Welcome to the channel. If you're finding this video later on and you're stopping by, my name is Josh. I am from Working Man Reads here on YouTube and on Instagram. If you like what you hear here today and you want some more horror recommendations, maybe some fantasy, some sci-fi, I'm definitely your Huckleberry. So today, I'm actually going to be talking about the different types of horror. So that's going to be subgenres of horror. I'm hoping some of my buddies join this broadcast because then they can give you some recommendations for each one of these genres. I will be giving you some recommendations based on these articles that I am pulling up, but I do hope that some of my friends join so that I can get their input. So this first article is from Brandon Cornett. He wrote top 10 horror novel subgenres. Now I'm reading this on my phone. I'm going to go through them. So I will probably link this article in the description once this video posts, because I do think that that's important to give him some credit. So with recommended books in each one. So that's pretty neat. So the first one is going to be comedy horror. Now, this horror novel subgenre caters to readers who like a good scare, but also like to come up for air once in a while. Instead of delving into a 300-page of continuous dread, these books punctuate the horror moments of humor and irrelevance. So basically, that might have some different like bizarro fiction. That might be like a more of a horror bizarro fiction where there's some comedic elements to the storyline. The plot can be a little bit humorous at times. It's not entirely intense or rough at all times, which is kind of convenient if you aren't really normally a serious horror reader. This might be a good spot to start because there'll be some terrifying elements. It is horror, but there'll be some lighthearted, fun ideas that are being expressed through comedic ways. So next will be dark fantasy. Now, this is kind of an interesting selection here. I do agree. I think that grim dark, is what a lot of people call it, is a form of horror. I think that it is definitely has some horror elements. It's dark. It's not for the faint of heart at some points. A lot of people die. So here is this guy's brief description here. This type of horror novel offers readers the best of genres, horror and fantasy, which I do love both those genres. They take common components of fantasy fiction like creatures and magic and add a dark layer of horror on top. What's not to love? And I agree. I agree that dark fantasy is definitely a great genre for. So I'm lagging a little bit here. Great. Good TV. All right. Next is Gothic, which is a lot of people's one of their favorites. So if somebody's in here, I see that I got a hey, what's up? It's Jay. Hey Jay, how's it going, man? And Prue, what's up, Prue? Yeah, today I'm just actually going through the subgenres of horror. So if I say one that you guys have read, any books in, give some recommendations, because when I post this, that's kind of what I want. Is someone into horror and they're trying to find the subgenres. I want to have some recommendations for them, you know. So for dark fantasy, they gave the recommendation of Glenn Cook Black Company. I would also say Joe Abercrombie's series. That is an awesome dark fantasy subgenre of horror opera. Book. Let's see what Bruce said here. Sharks, maybe some. Yes, actually, the number one thing that they had was comedic horror, and I would assume that Sharknado would fall under comedic horror. The first Law trilogy is a dark fantasy, so it's like a grim dark, but it's technically a subgenre of horror because it has horrific elements. It's very dark, it's gloomy, there's really no good characters. They're all like kind of bad guys in their own right. So they put dark fantasy as that. So that's my suggestion, would be the first Law trilogy. It's pretty popular. The next one is Gothic. So that's going to be the origins of Gothic horror date back to the late 1700s and early 1800s. So this must be like old fiction. They gave the selection of The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell. So I haven't really read any Gothic horror, but if you guys have, definitely. I read Turn of the Screw by Henry James. I don't know if that would be kind of Gothic style. Um, that was interesting. And I just really wanted to hang out today, guys. So, but I figured I'd have a topic and not just blabber on with you guys, which I'm in on too. But I wanted to get a little break. So, next is number 4 is Lovecraftian horror. I would assume that's cosmic horror. Now, a lot of people hate Lovecraft because he's a douchebag, or was. He's dead now. But oh yeah, erotic horror. That is one. That's actually on here. So we'll get to that soon, Jay. Like bizarro, weird fiction, you know. I love me some weird fiction though, I'm not gonna lie. Edgar Allan Poe, yeah, would be Gothic Prue. That's a great selection then. Edgar Allan Poe, I'm not as well read on Prue as I should be. Oh, Noah's in the chat. How's it going, Noah? I'm going through the subgenres of horror, so you know, just to have this video out there because I was actually searching it on YouTube, what are subgenres of horror because I've been writing different fiction, and I want to try some different subgenres, and I'm like, I couldn't find like a video that really gave like a list of all of them that was, you know, done by any of us, so I figured I would do it. So Lovecraftian, that's going to have like cosmic. The universe is big and scary, and we are small and insignificant by comparison. That's a common theme in the works of H.P. Lovecraft and his successors. Now, they did give one of his successors as a selection here, and that's going to be Victor LaValle, and that's the Ballad of Black Tom. Now, the Ballad of Black Tom, I personally didn't care for. It was a little overhyped for me, but I've heard other Victor LaValle novels are great, and I would definitely urge you to check out some cosmic horror. Now, there is, I'm sure if you search on Amazon, you can find cosmic horror authors that are different than Victor LaValle, and check that out. He is a great writer, though. Yeah, there you go, Noah. Get some lunch, man. I'm always down on lunch. I didn't. We made breakfast pizza today, and I ate it a little late. There's no Bills game today, hence why I'm on right now. It's we have the Monday night game tomorrow against San Fran, so I am free today, free to chill. Yeah, I do too. Actually, I think that that's some of the scariest horror is cosmic horror because it's like it's just so deep and there's so many elements that could be happening and you don't really know what's happening until it's it's always it's almost like a bigger picture type story. Do you have any suggestions? Have you read any like outstanding cosmic horror stories that you'd love to give? Food horror, yeah, that would be like if I took a pizza out right now and started stabbing it or something. Oh, I'm going down. I turned my button off on my chair. That's great. I just saw it. It just starts slowly going down. Yeah, once I make it through the list, if anybody wants to hop in, and they're more than welcome to. So, paranormal fiction is a loosely defined subgenre of horror. These stories and novels tend to overlap with other categories and subgenres. So we should start by defining the term paranormal. I don't think we need to do that. That would be like ghosts, maybe possessions, like supernatural type stuff. So they gave the Exorcism as a selection for this, a recommendation by William Peter Blatty. Oh, what's up, Blady? Blady, possibly. What's up, Nick? I missed you, man. Coming of age horror, yes. So that's a great subgenre. Nick with the one here, coming of age horror, and he would probably give the selection Fear by Ronald Kelly. So definitely check out Spooky Noodles and all these channels that I'm popping up on the screen. If you're new here, definitely give Nick and Jay Maddox and everyone who reads a must converse and everybody give these guys a good check out. They're better than me and they deserve more subs. So nope, this is probably for weird fiction, but it's cosmic horror. Awesome. So Vandermeer's Southern Reach trilogy. I am going to write that down. Noah, thank you. That's going to be a weird fiction and also cosmic horror. That's my jam. I love weird fiction. That's what we are here for, right? There you go, Nick. Extreme horror. That is on here. Chris from the basement is here. David Wong. I have a couple David Wong books. Those are great weird fiction. Chris, how are you, man? Yeah, Nick said Fear by Ronald Kelly. Jay was here, Nick. I don't know if he is currently. He might be just he's probably lurking like I usually do. I don't comment all the time, but I'm sometimes there and I've just disappeared. Not better. You ever no, that's not true, man. Jeff Vandermeer. I think I said it right. The subs don't lie. That is just not true. Grats on the 300. Yeah, man. I honestly can't believe I've made it to 300. That's I if I don't go up a sub from here on out, I'm happy. I was like, man, if I get 100 by Christmas, I'm happy. When I started the channel 8 months ago, and I'm at 300. Weird fiction is I agree. And if you say weird fiction, it just encompasses so much. I mean, it could be sci-fi, it could be dark fantasy, it could be bizarro, it could be just out there cosmic horror, it could be anything. Yeah, bizarro is kind of my guilty. I read a lot of. I'm reading a bizarro Santa Claus story right now on Kindle, and it's intense. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, I have heard. My buddies love that trilogy. They read that. So next is post-apocalyptic. We all kind of know what that is. That's like the end of the world. You're following some characters. You're in, The Road by Cormac McCarthy. So people just struggling in a destroyed world, or or going through an apocalypse currently, like 2020. Congrats, bro. Thank you again. Weird fiction is the best. You got to read Sarah Hall's stuff. I will write that down. See, I should just start getting my notebooks ready. Y'all got them good suggestions. I have I have heard of I don't know if I've heard of Sarah. People who have never been to my channel are like, why is he like stopping mid talk and like writing stuff down? Life was a booktuber, man. Life is a booktuber. Yeah, that is awesome. He deserves it. I mean, anybody that sits there and actually edits their videos, shout out to them, because I just sit here and talk, man. I'm not trying to, unless I was getting paid for this, not a chance. I'm just gonna chill and have fun with it. Yeah, 100 by Christmas. I mean, 100 people watching our videos is outrageous to think about. Like, it's so amazing. Yeah, I did actually. Gothic horror was like I think like the second or third one I mentioned. So if you have any suggestions for Gothic horror, I didn't have a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I read enough in that. Yeah, dystopian. Yeah, dystopian horror. So like I would kind of put that in post-apocalyptic, but there could be separate. I believe it. Next is psychological, which is actually my favorite. So put the monsters and demons aside for a moment. We are now entering a subgenre of horror novels where I have to keep checking the baby monitor every now and then because Arya's napping, and I'm like, yeah. So novels where the terror often takes place within the mind. So that's my personal favorite. Where you're like, is this man crazy, or what is happening? I will be reviewing weird and odd fiction this week. Pages from the Pizza Crow. Nice. I love weird, and I have like a whole section on my shelf that's just weird and bizarre, and I love that stuff. I don't know how people think of it. Yeah. Okay, Matt Cardin. All right, you got me, Chris. I'm writing it down. In case you thought I'm not serious about trying to find new people, you got to get new fiction out there. Is he indie, Chris, or is he published, or what is he? Or she, could be a they. I don't want to be assuming thing. OJ, that sounds good. Yeah. All right. Writing. Did I just write her name now? Oh nope, Sarah Hall. That's what that was. Sarah Perry. Awesome. Yeah. I love like the ambiance or like the settings for gothic horror is awesome. Psychological horror would be I haven't read enough of John Nathan to really give him as a suggestion for that, but I would say like Curtis by Sion Das would be like a psychological horror. I'm sure you read his collection, but like like you're following a character who's losing his shit, basically, Or Stephen King probably has a lot of psychological horror. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Prue. Don't worry about it, man. Life happens. This whole Rona thing. Best weird horror ever. PSS. Nice. Are they out again? They've already started the toilet paper binge buying. It's getting intense. Oh, okay. Here we go. Uh, here we go, Nick. Here's your what the hell is it called? Like splatterpunk. So they did psycho slashers and serial killers, and they have Jack Ketchum's off season. So maniacs, madmen, psychos, sociopaths, cannibals, call them what you want. These human monsters have been part of the horror genre for a long time. So there's that. Oh yeah, Curtis is great. Yeah, see that's what I was kind of thinking of. Dark Half. There you go. Yep. Crystal's here. Hey, reading and retail, how are you doing? I think you were live streaming last night, but my wife and I were watching shows at like 9:30, but I was gonna pop in and say hi, but then I didn't want to be rude and like leave in 5 seconds. So nice on coffin couch yesterday. Yeah, it was great. It was great watching. I always watch. Um, and they've announced that they have merch, so I don't know if they put the link out everywhere yet, but I'm excited to get some. Gerald's great game is a great selection, Prue. That's awesome. That's a good one. Saying hi to Crystal. Extreme horror is my favorite. I want to write more and more of it. Yeah, I struggle with it because sometimes it's like, well, I like it. I like reading it, but I can never write it, and it's never as intense as I think it sounds. Sci-fi horror is number 9 on his list. And I'll give credit to him again here. Let's do that. Uh, so it's Brandon Cornett. I don't know who this guy is, but he did top 10 horror novels in the subgenres. Again, I will link it in the description once this video posts. I don't want to be stealing his words and not give him tons of credit, but he did give a good list here. Now we're moving into one of my favorite subgenres. Okay, I don't care what your favorite is, man. I'm just kidding. I do. So these stories combine sci-fi elements. So it's sci-fi horror, sci-fi elements like space travel and futuristic societies with common horror elements like creatures and aliens. You get the best of both worlds. That is actually one of probably if I had a top 5, which I should just do once I finish saying all these. Yes, coming of age stories are great. I wonder what I feel like. So coming of age, you can have a coming of age story, but have it be cosmic horror. Like you could just lump that in with something else. Yeah, people would definitely buy it, man. I'm just saying. I would. Trying to buy all the merch. Quiet horror. I haven't heard of that. Give me a brief description if that's a thing. But yeah, Jack Ketchum is one of the few authors that have severely emotionally scarred me. So yeah, let's see what Jay said. Fantasy football horror when your team decides to show up. Yeah, they never show up for me. I've actually lost on my one league. I've lost 4 games in a row, and now I'm out of the playoffs. So I'll playoff race, I should say. If I win today and one guy loses, I'm back in. But I'm not very happy with how my teams have been doing. Sci-fi horror, yeah. I've heard about Parasite by Darcy Coates. That's a great selection for sci-fi horror. I've heard good things about her in general. I've heard she chucks out books, so she deserves some credit. Definitely. I think she's written like 200 books. I heard or something. So, oh no, no, I don't need an update. Thank you though. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, coming of age and science fiction or cosmic horror. That's Stranger Things. Great selection, Prue. Hopefully that doesn't spoil anything. I haven't watched Stranger Things. I know. I don't tend to watch like the popular shows. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Stranger Things. I watch them like 2 or 3 years after, unless they get spoiled for me, and then I never watch them. I haven't read that one. I read well, we all know The Girl Next Door. I read, and that was interesting. Charles Grant is the best quiet horror. Okay, Coast of Silence. Okay, I'm in on that. More literary. I need to read more literary stuff. That's for sure. I'd be lacking. Somebody's like watching this and they're like, he keeps stopping to write. That's great. Whatever, man. It's live stream. What do you want from me, right? Scott Sigler, heard good things. Also true. Dan Simmons, yeah, Dan Simmons is great. Cosmic Horror is awesome, but I struggle writing it. Yeah, I struggle writing everything, so that's the case usually. So we got Supernatural. So earlier, okay, never mind. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, wow, we're getting into dictionary terms here. Term supernatural refers to things that appear to transcend the laws of nature. That's a fairly broad definition. Yes, I would agree, man. So supernatural, I would assume, is like you're reading a story and then all of a sudden, boom, aliens. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, boom, aliens. Western horror, yes, like splatter Western. I agree. Oh yeah, I'm in. I didn't know you were writing, or is this something you're reading, Prue? I am always down to read anything. Yeah, I agree that. Well, yeah, yeah. Ghost. Okay, Supernatural's Ghost Story because they also had. The hell did they have on here? So they got Supernatural, but then they also had um Paranormal. So, Chris, I don't know how to take that. You know what I mean? Paranormal is something that is not significantly explainable. That definition includes a lot of different things: telekinesis, witchcraft, and demon possession. Okay, gotcha. So supernatural is more like ghosts, and paranormal is more like demon inside somebody's body. Gotcha. Oh, cool. Are you so you're self-publishing, Prue? We'll have to talk about that, man. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm in to talk about that. That's awesome. Samantha, no, I'm saying you're right. You just corrected me, so thank you, Chris. I didn't know like the whatever, you know. I don't know if it's that serious, but hey, what's up, Timmy? I figured I'd do a little live today. The baby's sleeping finally. This is her first nap all weekend, so I'd take her crib apart yesterday. Oh, thank you. You don't have to do that, Crystal, but I appreciate that. Yeah, that's I have dropped a lot in watch time, but that's gonna happen as my channel like I might have some people out there that subscribe that don't watch anymore. So my watch time's whatever. I don't like I said, I'm never gonna be monetized. This is a totally fun thing I do for a hobby and to hang out with people. So oh, all right, yeah, we'll send it over, man. Let me know. I'd love to read it, bro. You know, I won't put you on blast or anything if you don't want me to like review it or put you up on the channel or anything. But like when you release it, let me know. Subgenres, yeah, that's true. And I feel like people always take, they'll take two subgenres. Like I feel like I haven't finished, certain like Ross Jeffries' work and stuff, but there's a couple subgenres in his story. You know what I mean? Like so, there's different things different people, or a collection might have multiple different subgenres. So I agree with you, Chris. I haven't read Boy's Life. So yeah, but what's everybody reading? What's everybody up to Sunday afternoon? Anybody having any fun? I'm drinking a Molson. So hanging out. My wife's at work, so and it's nap time, so I figured I would hang out and see what everybody's up to. I've heard Boy's Life is like one of the best books out there, and I haven't read it yet because I got see that sucks. A story from Josh here is that I haven't been reading most of my life. I would say the love of reading has been like a recent thing in my life, like 2 years, maybe 4 years, maybe. Pretty much when I met my wife, I like slowed down and like chilled and um, decided that that would be a better way to use my brain than playing video games and partying and watching movies by the hundreds and stuff, you know. So um, I figured I should start reading and hanging out. I don't really go out much anymore, anyways, but you know, Boy's Life is amazing. So, but yeah, I had a lot of like, also, I had a lot of like head injuries in football. I played football for a long time. And I'm my greatest fear, this is my greatest fear is like dementia or Alzheimer's, like just losing it. Like and they say with more than four concussions, you start to have memory loss. I do have short-term memory loss. Like my wife will Um, I can't tell if it's just the fact that I'm a man and we tend to not listen very well, but I can like straight up pay attention. Or my wife thinks it's just because I'm a man, but I personally think I have like memory loss. Like she tells me something and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? We never talked about this. So I don't know if that's, but it's like terrifying to me to be like 90 and like don't even know who my kids are or whatever, you know? What's up, Noah? Everybody's saying hi. Swan Song, number one McCammon. Okay. I would assume it is. It's literally there's a term called that's his swan song or whatever. So I would assume it's probably immaculate. It's probably perfection. Um, so horrifying post-apocalyptic. Now, how does that compare to my God, Stephen King's, you know, what the heck? The Stephen King book that everybody always talks about. Am I an idiot right now? Oh, Stand. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christo. Yeah, The Stand. How does it compare? Swan Song versus Stand. What's better? Oh my gosh, my brain's not working even today. Yeah, if anybody wanted to hop in, let me know. I can shoot you an invite. I don't even know if I'm signed into. Now that I say that, I don't even know if I'm in on Instagram. I'd have to go sign in, but yeah. So it's been fun. I've been trying to read today, but um, we were running around. We're getting the nursery ready for the new baby, so it's been intense. So we've been having fun though. We're getting ready. Ashley, my wife, is at halfway point today, so everything's healthy and we're rocking and rolling and ready to rock, ready to have two running around. Well, one shouldn't be running for a while. Kicks the stands ass all day. Nice. Okay. Swan song better than stand. You heard it here. Noah says it. I believe him. If Noah says it, I believe it. So, Noah, what are you reading right now, man? Probably. I don't know if you did post or you did like a live or like a premiere video the other day. I missed it, so I gotta catch up. I binge watched like three channels today, trying to catch up, but work's been interesting lately. It's like busy in spurts, and then I'm slow and I'm sitting in my van and I can catch up, um, or it's super busy and I'm not paying attention to anything. So, and I also haven't been reading last week because I'm like in the final stages of editing a story and I had to rewrite it like twice and add a bunch and then delete some and then so I wasn't reading as much as I should have been. You should. You know what, Noah? If you read both, that's a video idea. I haven't read Swan Song, so do it before somebody else out here grabs it. I would do that video, Noah. That's a great. You could break down the thing. Should probably be spoilers because you know. Oh, nice. Shout out to Nikki over at Dark Between Pages. Yeah, I'm reading Tome. I really like Ross Jeffrey's writing, and he seems like another cool guy. I really appreciate when I find these indie and small press authors on like in this community that are just uplifting and overall a great person. Prue calling Noah out. I don't know. I haven't read Swan Song either, so I assume he is right. No proof. Swan Song is better than the stand. This is getting spicy. Is this a serious topic? I didn't know this was going to get intense. I apologize, guys. I didn't know Stand versus Swan Song would be that intense. Whose writing's better? I think I would say that McCammon's a better writer than Stephen King, but I'm a big Stephen King fan. I think that Stephen King's writing comes off very easy to read, and he's going to transcend generations with his fiction because of that. But I would say maybe like pure writing. I wonder if McCammon's better. I'm not going to say one way or the other, but that's another describe. That's another fun thing. Yeah, I didn't know you were still here. I was just talking. Hey Ross, but yeah, no, yeah, I'm reading Tome. I've been slow. I just said before that I've been kind of selfish and working on my own stuff, trying to edit it and so I can release it and not sound like an idiot. So, um, and I find if I read somebody who's far better than me while I'm writing, um, I get distracted and like I get down on myself. So I have to like take a couple days and focus on what I'm writing, and then I'll come back to reading. So tends to slow down the process of being a booktuber though. I'll stand by my choice. This is awesome. This is getting intense. Yeah. Yeah, they're both goats. So we're arguing between two greats, two great authors. So, oh, here you go, Noah. I'm reading David Copperfield for December. Just finished an awesome story collection and Angel or something. Nice. I'm ready to watch that. Sounds good. Story collections are my jam. There's a lot of horror authors. That's how they kind of get started. Is they release one of them collections, and it's a great way to like find your voice as an author. I feel and get it out there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm terrified of people reading it at this point, but no better time than 2020 to have my dreams shattered and people to rip me a new butt on the World Wide Web. So I figured, whatever, there's no way I can go downhill from where I'm at, right? So, but I'm excited. I'm proud of it. I wrote 12 stories before I found one that's like, okay, this is okay. This is okay. Let's have maybe this is the one. This is the one that I released. I self doubt a lot, Ross. I self doubt a lot. What's up, Brad? Welcome to the party, man. I appreciate you. And I hope you are having a good Sunday. The Bills don't play today, so yeah. I still have to watch that. I saw that on her story today. I got to go watch that. Ross, oh my God, Ross Jeffrey, Mr. Jeffrey, is a very chill man. I have enjoyed his portion of the Coffin Couch, and the end, like the last 30 minutes, they talked about the writing process and stuff, and that was super important to or hear. Hey, Richard from Are You Into Horror? How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, Richard. Hope your Sunday's doing well and everyone is doing great and everyone is healthy. Happy Sunday. Yes. Horror freaks. That's why I'm doing a little bit of a horror video today. Great author spotlight today. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure it's just fire. I'm sure it is fire. We got Noah saying what's up. I self dawdle out too. Yeah, Nick, I'm right there with you, man. It's like nothing ever sounds good enough. I'll edit my own stuff like 37 times. Good. Well, you should because you are getting better. And your most recent release, um, I love. So, and that's not even blowing smoke. That was a great story. So, yeah. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, thank you for doing it. I'm so thankful that you tagged me in it, and I gained a couple subs. Not that that matters, but I appreciate you, Richard. Now that you are, uh, you know, blowing up, you're doing good, and that's well deserved. You put a lot of time and effort into your videos, and you deserve it. So, Kate Roach, Six Women. I haven't heard of that. Oh, snap! That sounds awesome. Salem witch trials. That's actually pretty cool. Well, not cool. Horrible what happened, but that's a cool story. I mean, Nick, let's be honest, that's probably going to happen. I feel bad for your quarterback. He's had an interesting career, but shout out to your Lions. I hope they win because the Bills don't play today, so I hope that they win. Wow, that is a quite the title. The algorithm of the gods. Damn, that's a great title. That is a great title. You got to respect that title. Oh, I haven't. See, I might have to check this out. Six women. I can't believe my daughter actually went to sleep today. This is a beautiful thing, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy. She's not gonna be hellacious later. Oh, you got it in Salem. Nice. That's funny. Salem's not too far from me, actually. I think. Yeah. No, who knows, man? Any given Sunday. That's why that's a phrase. Author Spotlight was great. Yeah, definitely go give a watch. At Nikki Dark Between Pages. She posted an author spotlight. She has a whole series of author spotlights. Today's that she posted, or it could have been yesterday, was Ross Jeffrey. She also has one with Calvin Ellis, and I think my fingers under the book, and a bunch of other things. Calvin Ellis's book was great, and I'm reading Tome currently, so and I love it so far. So that's all you can ask for is good books, right? Gotta go. We are getting hey, nice. Take it for a walk. It's cold and rainy and snowy here. But Richard, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you and thank you again for posting your tag video. And I appreciate you, man. It would be cool to be here. I mean, you know what? That I agree. I'm not related to anybody cool. My ancestors are from Britain, so yeah. Excuse me. They are already losing by 10. Not a good start, man. I haven't even been paying attention to fantasy football because I've been chilling. Been doing this. I'm very excited about it. Having fun broadcasting is a good way to go. Probably won't go too long, guys, because I'll probably go upstairs and I don't know, wallow in self pity. You know, have lunch with myself. I might just go make a sandwich, light a candle, just hang out. Read a book, uh, do whatever. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do yet. Probably chill. And my wife will be home in like 20 minutes anyways. So I got to send you my short story I just wrote. I think it's pretty cool. Kind of an extreme. You had me. You had me at short story that you wrote. So I'll send it over, Nick. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I should be writing, but I actually wrote so much this past week that like Sunday I wanted to kind of take off. I should be writing though. I agree with you. I agree. Well, I'm being a slacker today. I just wanted to relax. I might even play video games, to be honest with you, and just hang out and read and chill. I want to brainstorm the next good story. I think I might murder and kill off all the stories that I've written before the story that I'm going to release, and just start fresh with some ideas. I want to do some science fiction horror, maybe even some dark fantasy, like a novella or something. Um, been struggling to come up with new ideas. Yeah, why you can crank them out, Nick? That's craziness. Yeah, I didn't write that much, but I wrote because I had to rewrite my story, like 3 times, and I edited it a lot. And the editing that was stressful. So 7,000 words though, man. I wish I could sit down and write that much. Like holy Nikes, man. I think I would. I usually sit down and I'll do like maybe 500 good words. Like actual story. You know. There you go. Yeah, I think I know the name of that one, man. I hope you do get that one finished up because sci-fi extreme horror sounds good to me. And I liked what you did with the characters in that story. It's the one I think you had me read it when you were still really working on it in the beginning stages. So I'm currently rewriting 2 stories. You know what I gotta find is like a so I have this grammar book, but wow, that's a terrible glare. But I want to find like if there's a book out there for editing, like self-editing your own work. I would love to have that and like learn more about what to look for, common mistakes in publishing and stuff like that. So if there's any suggestions, that sounds great to me. I'm gonna blow that candle out. It's nauseating. It's not a very good smelling candle, I tell you, but it's a little rough, a little rough. But yeah, hey Nick, how's your turtle, man? How's the new turtle? Oh, that's one way to do it, man. I'm in Google Docs usually, and then I like just suffer through reading it and reading it and reading it and reading it out loud and trying to hear the mistakes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, anything that you've used, Nick, definitely to get to because you've definitely gotten a lot better in your self editing. So whatever you're doing is working. So I'd love to hear what you do. I do. I have a dictionary and grammar stuff, but I would love to just know how to do better. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, Google Docs does tell me it has an editing software. It just doesn't do. I also have Microsoft Word. I got it. I got it from my buddy. So, oh, you have a bearded dragon? What? I didn't know you got like a lizard. I don't want to call it a lizard if it's not a lizard. If it's supposed to be called a dragon, I'll call it a dragon. But that's pretty cool, man. One of them ones that got the thorns right here. They got them little weird things, and they look badass. They're like, and then when they run, they go like this. You know, you you should, man. Moving on is good for the soul, right? I R.I.P. though, Chester though. Appreciate him. Yeah, well, that's what I feel bad dumping um anything on editors. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be pretty okay before they get it. I've heard of this, I think. The Scribe. So I'll check it out. Yeah, I agree with that. I haven't, but I assume I haven't written one of those scenes in my stories yet, but I'm worried of it coming off like a Stephen King scene because we all know those weird scenes that Stephen King writes. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do it up. Oh. I'm just pulling up Instagram if it's showing up on the if I'm showing up on the thing here and I'm not doing anything. The good old Instagram. It's loading. Can't you know what I've seen Paul do from whatchamacallit? No. It's pulling up right now. All right, so let's pull up some new comments. Yeah, bearded dragon, it's a lizard. I didn't want to offend your lizard. Oh snap, I'm like worried about Ari getting him. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to move on, man. I agree. And I feel bad though that it happened. Yeah, they're not fun. No, King's sex scenes are not fun. They're like clunky, and it seems like you wonder how he had children. That's kind of how I look at it. Oh snap! We got Ross Jeffrey giving me some tips, so I'm gonna write that down for sure. Short circuit. No, I was gonna invite you, but my daughter's actually tossing and turning, so I'll probably have to end this soon. Um, yes, helped me a lot with the tone. I'm gonna definitely look these up. Good Word Guide is a pucker book too. Good Word. All right. Now I got some information to go check out because I'm just trying to always get better. There are some great resources on YouTube actually for writing. Nice. That's awesome, Nick. Nice. How long is your novella that you're writing? Hi, Paul. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you, man. LOL, I'm cracking up. Yeah, well, have you read Stephen King's scenes that we're talking about here? The Dark Tower has one that's like, what the hell are you doing? No, you don't have to, Nick. You've sent me enough, man. Yeah. Well, if you want to, man. Yes, they are, Noah. Yeah, sorry, man. I actually was planning on it. I even pulled up Instagram, but she's moving around. See, I got the baby monitor. So I'm trying to be a good dad and not leave her up there. So she's moving around, so I should get going. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I'm definitely gonna go check out those writing books, Ross. And thank you to everyone that stopped by. My novella is 86 pages. Awesome, man. That's awesome. I appreciate the signed copies, man. I got you're like right here. You're in the indie shelf. This is indie shelf. Yeah, well, I don't think I've gotten there yet, but it's got to be pretty graphic then. That's a good idea for dogs, but I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna head out, and I appreciate you guys. And yeah, oh yeah, Ross Jeffrey, you gotta love. Like, I bet people will give you if they didn't enjoy it, they'd like probably write it in the review that they didn't like it, and then you're like, well, come on now, Stephen King. We all know what occurs in It by Stephen King. So how bad could it really be? So, all right, I appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And thank you for stopping by. And yeah, it's been Working Man Reads. Peace.